Dawn of War Stronghold! Ah, it is I. Oh, no, we don't want to go in the campaign. Hold on. Pump the brakes. Whoa. Hey, yo! It is I, Unseen Strike. Welcome back. You're watching the Stronghold. We're currently not playing a campaign. Hold your pants. Got some good games for you today. Gonna load in. It's been a while. Quick update on the tournament. It's been running pretty well. Qualifiers are going. If you're not keeping up on that, join the Dawn of War Stronghold. Discord is down below in the video description. We will be putting out tournament games pretty soon once we get into the quarters, semis, and finals. They'll be live streamed either on this channel, the Dawn of War Stronghold channel live, or on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/UnseenStrike. Anyway, we're going to get right into the game. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, bing, bang, boom. Blood River, of course, as always, the normalest of normal maps we see here. Mijimutsu as the guard versus Mr. Orc Player Fiesta. Here we go. So it's been a hot minute since I've recorded. What do we got here? Our anti-spoiler picture looking good. The Emperor bless us. So we have our Orc player down here. What do we got? We got Gretchen's going for a boys hut first over to the guard. Looks like a nice default normal guard color scheme. Normal as it comes. No specialty regiment. Whoa! Plasma generator in the front. Not hiding in the back. I guess he wants as much coverage. Let me drop the fog of war real quick. And let's see, Orc going for generator. Anyway, I do apologize. People were very unhappy in one of the more recent videos, or I guess depending on one of the more further away videos, depending on the order that this gets uploaded. Someone's saying lag. Okay, interesting. I have yet to see, or somebody mentioned I did not yell Dawn of War Stronghold loud enough, and I do apologize. I will include a free Dawn of War Stronghold yell at the end of this video. All right, really give you something to look forward to, you know, between you and me. Anyway, here we go. We got guard coming in, double guard squad, command squad's cooking, standard as standard gets.
Reporting for duty, sir.
Sluggers, double sluggers, Big Mech is coming. Had his shooter squad come out and immediately cap. I actually really like the placement where the shooters can come out and cap right away. I do want to say, turret. Orcs have a pretty good early game advantage over guard, and then it slowly starts to slip away. Most of the time, if you're fighting guard, the longer the game goes on, the better chance the guard's got to win. I mean, unless you get flash gets and knobs and stuff, but even then, it's risky. You don't want the guard to go that late into the game. Let's do a quick eco check here. 32 and 10 for the guard. 44 and 10. Orcish incursion. Thought I smelt something. Governor Big Balls here, going for a priest. He's got the gat held sideways, shooting down these sluggers. One slugger drops. If he gets the priest, he might be able to clap the squad in time, but the big shooters are coming in with the Big Mech. Guardsmen coming out, all standard stuff, nothing real crazy going on. Commissar coming out for the guard, boys. Guard is actually prioritizing getting out to this relic over getting his eco up. He doesn't have as many LPs. His river LP's just starting to go up. The Orcs are now taking the advantage here and pushing through. No turret. Orcs have spotted the heavy bolter turret here, and 2 Orcs pay the price for that information. And now it's up to the guard to react. Governor Big Balls took a little bit of damage. It's fine. He's going to run it down the river. Orcs a little afraid to push through here. They could have a field day if they knew about this. I don't think he saw. He did see there was no LP here, but he definitely could have came in and caused a real big problem for guard. Killed a worker, decapped a point, and sometimes, you know, it pays to scout. I know you get a little afraid walking into a guard base and an orc base, vice versa. Now the guard are rotating all the way around. Governor Big Balls here. Is he going to check for the LP here? He is. Psyker does come out, fully reinforced command squad, and they're going to get a nice slugger squad pickup here. And that's actually a big loss for the Orcs. You want that one more squad roaming, and vice versa over here. This is only 2 sluggers. A commissar and his boys will most definitely take these 2 out, and this is 2 Orc squads down. This is very, very critical loss here. He's not going to have as much capping in the field. Now, Slugger did come back. The commissar will still clap them around. The Orcs should reinforce fast enough. One of the faster reinforcing squads in the game. The commissar's not in. Here's the flank. We need shooters point blank. This is smart. He's in melee, going around melee. He should have clicked it maybe one more time, but he got out of there with very minimal losses. 2 squads, 2 members died. Command squad running all the way back. And again, with that lack of slugger on the left flank, he can cap this up. That's going to eventually lead to a LP or a wreck gain. A lot of Orc LPs have been upgraded. Double heavy cover fight. Guard will lose this with the inclusion of this Big Mech. 2 shooters about to go down, but Big Balls is in here. And now we need to see some pressure out. Slug has stayed to cap this. Let's do another eco check. 92-20 versus 86-20 on the guard side as well. Orcs are committing a lot of wreck to upgrade these LPs early. He's got 1, 2, 3. Gonna have 4 upgraded LPs. That's a big deal. Command squad hanging out in heavy cover. They're gonna try and take these sluggers out. Slug is in a really good position to engage a fight here, and they decided to just run away. Definitely think he could have fought this. Mind Ward did not go off, or Strip Soul. I don't see damage on the Big Mac. Maybe he's saving that on the Psyker. Maybe he cast it already. Who knows? Who knows? And Guard has how many gens up? 3 gens versus the Orcs. 1, 2, 3. So Guard got gens a little bit earlier. Orcs don't need as much power. If you go on that much power early, you either want your vehicles a little earlier or you got some upgrades planned. He does not have his armory down yet. Again, he spent more money on his eco to last a little bit longer. Normally, you'll see the cut of 2 gens. Get your pile of guns down. And interestingly enough, Orcs jump in. And this is super aggressive. I think he was trying to cut this squad off. Again, you get a notification when somebody captures a crit. And he jumped into the minefield. Took a lot of damage. Wow. That was a really nice spot to put a minefield down. I don't know, maybe the guard and maybe they've played together. Again, when you play with somebody a lot, you kind of get a feel for their play style. You know, he's very aggressive with his Big Mac. I know he's going to try and flank. You know, you saw the army walk away. I didn't see that minefield on the minimap a second ago, so maybe he had it ready. You know, he built it immediately and he knew the Big Mac was going to run away. And again, it's a good thing on this map. Stay mobile. 3 lanes, 3 avenues to kind of lay the hurt down. Orcs take the middle of the river, but the guard are capping up both critical locations on the flanks. So guard eco is going to start to advance a little bit more. And he doesn't have as many LPs upgraded yet. He's doing so now with the extra money coming in. And I like this little stronghold he's got over here. He's building his armory in the field. Orcs, on the other hand, got double wall banners on the side here. Pile of guns starting. Big Mech shop starting as well at about the same time. Guard is going tier 2. Orc has been there for a minute if that Big Mech shop's already down. So the Orcs now, I still think they're a little behind just from the losses they took so early. Again, this Big Mech shooter squad is hurting. Really hurting. He's actually putting a defensive turret down on this right flank. I do like this. Flanked by double bolter turrets on the listening post. I don't think this is going to go up in time. Worker has to flee. Meanwhile, Guard and the Commissar squad going to be in a good position to flank this. Big shooters and the Big Mech will win. Actually, there is no big shooters. Don't listen to me. Guard are half in the heavy cover. That man was not. He paid for it with his life. And he didn't ungarrison his worker here to rebuild that turret. A little sloppy on the micro side, but he did pull his troops back. There's the Strip Soul. It didn't go off. Just a hair. A hair out of range, and command squad morale is still broken. I'd like to see them go in here and clap these Orcs. And what is the guard getting? Getting his armor. Mech command is ready. Big Mech shop, nothing coming yet. Big Mech's in the field getting zapped a little bit. Oh, sorry, there's a war track already out. He's going to try to do some eco harass. I'd like to see these turrets upgraded with missiles. He's not doing that yet. He's getting his power grid research in the field. Extremely risky. Guard rotating back around. He goes for plasma guns first. I always find this really curious when people go straight for plasma guns. He does have the priest right away, but if this war track looked in the wrong direction, this squad's done for. Workers come up in the field to repair. I'd like to see them prioritize first. Tech priest jumps in. It's a little too late. Double war track now. Gretchen have to fall back. Is it Chimera first? Nope. Sentinel flag. The Sentinels are here, baby. Let's go! Down goes the LP. Not the biggest loss for Guard. He's getting the heavy weapon squad. I do like that. Guard stayed long enough to decap and kill another slugger squad on the right side. Big Mech had to fall back a hair. And there's the Knobs. Knobs out. He needs to garrison these buildings and get plasma guns. They're in negative cover. This is the perfect opportunity. This morale needs to come back, and we're going to start seeing Knobs take a lot of damage. Sentinels coming down. Big Mech's being very passive. There's the Commissar for the execute, so we're going to see a lot of damage. Need to see some focus on these Knobs. Starting to take Knob losses. This is not a free squad to reinforce. 45-10. Heavy weapons team out. Where are they? Looks like I think he garrisoned them. Sentinel down. Got to be very careful. 3 war tracks will focus it very quickly. Range increase done on the Guard squad. I'm going to jump over to the Orcs for a second. I want to see their Knob upgrades coming in. They may already have them. I might be a little late here. Command squad mauled very badly. Thankfully, these Knobs don't have the best accuracy. And the Sentinel needs to inch up a hair. It's very damaged. He needs to get his workers on the left side as tech priests. War Tracks forced to fall back a little bit. Knobs. Are the Knobs and the Big Mech in the same squad? I don't think so. This is what I wanted to see, this heavy weapons team. I did like the heavy bolter attachment, though. And Orcs are forced to fall back. Didn't lose any of the War Tracks. That was a good engagement for the Orcs. He managed to take one LP out. Sentinel was extremely mauled. Another Sentinel down. Maybe after this we get to see a Chimera. I'd like to see that. Infantry Command went down as well. I didn't even notice that. That was a good fight for the Orcs. Again, he lost quite a bit of Knobs. There's the damage reduction field AoE on the Big Mech. I'd like to see his custom shooter come in. Where is his armory? I don't see it. Killer Can! Wow, I'm not the biggest fan of this choice, but maybe he runs it around the flank with double Sentinels up. Psyker has that hard CC on vehicles. That poor priest, he's laying at the bottom of the river. Buddy, your blood is in the river. What's going on here? And especially with this heavy weapon team, I love this as well, this minefield. If the Big Mech tries to jump it, it's over. This is also a lot of hard anti-infantry damage. Grenades, plasma guns. He has his heavy weapon upgrades, so we can get 5 in each squad. And he's just slowly building out his guard kit here. This is right where an Imperial Guard player wants to be. He's getting the Hellhound. I like this. I don't think the Basilisk is the right play in these smaller maps. Big Mech jumps in again, and the War Tracks going right for the minefield first. Knobs take it. Excuse me, I had the hiccups there. Killer Cans there, showing their hand. And the Big Mech can go rampage through these gens in this armory. I'd like to see this Killer Can keep the screen up. There's the CC on the Killer Can. Stopped it dead in its tracks. He needs to move this heavy weapon team over. And this is the problem with that Killer Can. This is not a cheap vehicle. And down it goes just like that. He did move the Sentinel back just in case. And on the flip side, only one generator goes down. I'd like to see this LP and the 3rd gen go down. Does not. And now here we go. The Guard have a free War Track here to eat. And they see these workers. Knobs forced to move forward. This is not what you want. Hellhound went backwards. Needs to come forwards here. Sentinels are screening beautifully, keeping these War Tracks at bay. Generator holds for a little bit longer. Hellhound here. Need to see that Let It Burn ability. Be beautiful. Break some morale. Tank Buster's trying to squeak forward here. Maybe get a Chimera. And yeah, Knobs get melted here. Knob Leader goes down with his Power Claw. Double Tank Buster squads are up. And this is a big deal that this generator stands alive. Very big deal. On the flip side here, this heavy weapon team is not moved. I would also love to see that scoot up a hair. Maybe put a missile turret down with missile upgrade. And back on the flip side, Chimera paying the price for heavy Tank Buster squad play. But Tank Buster's getting clipped down. These are very expensive units to get lost like that. Tank Busters are another unit just like Tau Fire Warriors. You want to A-move them. Ooh, man, that Sentinel almost died there. Paid the price. Down goes a Sentinel and needs to keep his Sentinel numbers high. Tank Busters are another very fragile squad. You want to A-move, so when the vehicles pull back indefinitely, your Tank Busters don't follow. And these Tank Busters are super lit. Rebuilding this LP. I'd like to see this generator repaired. What's the Guard doing on the back of this? Rebuilding another generator. Yeah, I'd love to see this heavy weapon team move up. That would really make the Guard a force to be reckoned with. Orc gets his Eco upgrade up. 126.50 on the Orc. Let's check Guard Eco. 98.53. So the Guard Eco has been hurt. He's using one Tank Buster here, one shooter to recap this up. Right side's not capped at all. Mid-river not capped at all. And I guess it's good he didn't move this heavy weapons team. He's upgrading this missile launcher, so he's got a funny feeling here. The Orc army's gone. Let's re-shore up our defenses on the right. Double minefield, double heavy anti-infantry support here. And he needs to make sure he manually targets the missiles and the laser beams here of death right on the War Tracks, and he is. Basilisk is now out. First War Track goes down. Second one is getting its treads destroyed here. Sentinel shooting at the wrong target here. And really, this double minefield play is beautiful. Orcs don't have a lot of detection. It's either a Big Mech, a War Boss, or big ore here, some heavy armored Knobs. And look at this. This Chimera's holding on to its last limb. Sentinel path blocking the Knobs. And yeah, look at these grenades coming in. His morale's almost broken. Where's that Earthshaker going? Rebuilding another infantry. He's saying there's lag happening, but he's playing and responding pretty well for lag. I don't really believe 100% of it. It could be lagging. There's not a way to see that on this game. It's a little old. I know more modern games will show you like latency and stuff. He's responding pretty on point for an orc. You know, he's microing these war tracks. His tank busters are microing. I don't know how strong of a claim that is. Tank busters, speak of the devils. Here they come. Hellhound took a couple missiles, and they're going to retreat a little bit. Basilisk Shell came in and clipped a couple Gretchens down. Good for them, good for them. And I'd love to see a couple Psychers out of the guard. Guard is going tier 3, getting his priests. Everybody always goes so heavy on the priests. Sentinel is looking to decap. There's nothing to decap over there. Hellhound getting repaired. Guard are just eating shells. Just to keep the Orc army at bay again. As a guard player, you just need to see what's happening. And Fiesta's actually got the take and hold victory going down. I was wondering whose thing was ticking down. Full-scale war coming, so no more vehicles going to come out for the guard. I would love to see another Hellhound maybe. One more Chimera, as his other Chimera did get destroyed. A little risky. And I heard a jump. Jump came in as the guard is trying to decap mid. Very risky to decap there. Invincibility popped on the guard. He's going to try and kill a couple more knobs. Excuse me. There's a mountain there, Mr. Heavy Weapons Team. How are you doing such a thing? And he's actually spending money to upgrade his WA banners. And interesting enough, the guard is not pushing that right flank at all. So, cool thing to see the upgrades come in, but the guard's not playing that way. The guard's playing very defensive. Olgrin's on the priest, so I see why he went for that priest. He's going to come over here and try and decap this. And again, the orc has no way to push through this field currently. So, guard's keeping an eye on this army. I want to jump to what the guard can see. He can see these tank busters again. He doesn't have a lot of map control. Again, there's nothing to spot either of these passes. So, a little dangerous how sheltered he's playing. But he's going tier 3.5. And the orc player, again, same thing. The orc doesn't see too much. He does see Ogrins. This is a big see or tell from the guard player to just move your Ogrins like that. Someone's still saying he's still claiming lag, but again, he's got flash kits. He's running these war tracks. It could be possible. Casterkin are now out. Very scary to see these Casterkin. It's just, this is too much. Too much. The jump comes in. There's knobs. And let's see him get these Casterkin. There they go. He's getting the Casterkin. Command squad's chilling like a villain there. Okay, he saved the gits. This is super important that he got these gits. And he can do a lot of damage pushing through here. Basilisk still firing. The guard can fall back on these Hellhounds. I do like the inclusion of Hellhounds. A lot of people poop on these vehicles. They're just very useful for a deterrent. Yeah, they don't do the most damage, and they're not like the super tankiest of vehicles. But if you retreat back to a Hellhound while all this guard is here, and then you got to focus on the Hellhound and the guard get a chance to improve their morale, it's just a nice addition of a unit that has to be attacked, because orcs are very reliant on their morale, and the morale has been shaky at best for all these orcs. He did pop the Mad Dog juice, but it ran out and all those knobs died almost simultaneously. He's getting a second boys hut. You can't blame this on lag, my friend. I'm not too sure what's going on there. And I would have loved to have seen a war truck help these knobs get in a little bit better, save the Big Mech teleport. Again, I'm always a little hesitant when people say there's lag. I know a lot of like foreign people play this game, and that's not like a knock. I just know it's not always the easiest connection. But this play style that he chose, oh! Wow, we don't see those go off very often. Oh man, the Ogrins ate that full on, and they are mauled very badly. I don't think they would have lived if that priest was there. And this squad as well, they were on the edge of the blast zone. Man, oh man, Basilisk still firing back there. Baneblade is coming down. Sentinel decapping mid now that the Orc army's been forced off to the left flank. And again, if I was guard, I'd wheel up this Basilisk. I know he's keeping it safe for the Big Mech. I'm pretty sure he knows he clipped the Big Mech, and he could start shelling anything, really. Anything he wants to shell. Sentinel did its job and decapped. Again, he keeps saying, like, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I don't know why his second boys hut's down. Maybe, no, maybe he just needed extra boys. I thought he got the free boy upgrade, which, yeah. Oh, a Squigoth is coming. Will we see that in time? He's getting more DACA. Sometimes you will see 2 to 3 boys huts built additionally after this boys hut for the free boy upgrade. And you just run them into this. You just use them as a meat shield, and you start building up your orc vehicles. And you get a couple flash kits, or maybe, you know, Gorgoth warbots, Gorgballs, whatever his name is. And you just screen with that. You know, even screening for these tank busters and war tracks to push through this. Again, you don't realize how nice a slugger wall is until you have to kill through 3, 4, 5 squads of them. Maybe he does. There's Gorgoth warbot Gorballs, and I think he does have the... Yeah, he does. He's got the slug upgrade. I'd like to see one more boy hut. And a Squigoth is out. I'd love to see it in just range stance. He's keeping it there. A lot of people don't realize that zap count on the top. When it hits, it does very nice damage. Orc, Gorbut, Gorballs, Warboss did not make it out. On the right side, Baneblade is here. And he didn't get the 3rd upgrade for these Wah banners. Oh, wait. There's Gorballs, Warboss. Where is he? He's here. Let's see what he does with him. Squigoth is what it needed to push this attack back. And let's see. He got a flamethrower on this lone slugger. I don't know what Debil is. He's saying Lagger. Again, he's playing very correctly here. Look at that cut. I don't know how low that Hellhound was, but he's pushing back very nicely here. And if he can keep these free sluggers up, he'll push all the way through. There's still some time left in this game. Lone Tank Buster doing its job, took down the LP in mid. Had to be rebuild it. Baneblade here, though. I don't think he's got enough to deal with this Baneblade. If he had some knobs and an Orc, Warboss, or Warballs, I think he'd be in really good shape. He could push these knobs in and surround the Baneblade. There's no support out here for that bad boy. Let's see if he does that. Baneblade is a good unit. You can even get the Big Mech and zap it, stun the Baneblade, and come in with some knobs. Even the killer cannon in that situation would actually do quite well. Double Lehman Russ. Oh man, this is looking a little grim for the Orcs, but he's got some boys coming out. He's not rebuilding anything, and I can't see if he has his sluggers. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Come on! We talk about this all the time. You fight to the end like a man. For goodness sakes. I get it. This was a hard thing to push through. But still, I thought he had a chance. Anyway, we'll check these stats out. This was a pretty good little game. Nice little murder field on the left flank. Love to see it. Orcs actually had more wreck and power going on. That's good to see. I can't believe it. Anyway, it's been Unseen Strike. I'll see you guys on the next one.